too. I think our community colleges are doing great. It's been well publicized that Moorpark College is #1 in the state. It's that way for a reason, for the way that they've been doing enrollment for many years, and now that is in fact a state law with AB 705. It is different. I was a K-12 volunteer for many, many years, as many of you know that. It is very different, the community college system. I knew EdSpeak, but I had to learn a whole new EdSpeak and a whole new list of acronyms, so I really think experience matters, particularly in this year because the budget, how we budget and fund community colleges has been changed drastically. 30% of our money is going to be delivered to us for other reasons other than just the number of students that we serve. So there's a lot going on in the community college. Most of it good because our district was a winner in this new funding system. We are getting $12 million more than we had anticipated, which is good for our students. We are providing career pathways, and I'm done.
Okay.
All right, next up we have Mr. Ed Jones.
You know, rather than make a typical political speech, I'd just like to say that I'm very proud that we have 11 people running for city council. I've taught government for many years, and I'm just glad that so many good people have taken an interest in running. I think they're all wonderful people, and I just wish them the best of luck. I'd like to say something on a sad note. We lost 2 days ago one of the real community leaders here, Irish John Gore. Could we take just a moment of silence in honor of Irish John, please? Thank you very much. Let me just tell two of his bad jokes. He told them with an Irish accent, an Irish brogue, and he always got laughs, but I don't have the Irish brogue. The first one was about the dilemma of the guy that was half Irish and half Scottish. Half of them wanted to get drunk, but the other half didn't want to pay for it. The other one is even shorter. You know the difference between an Irish wedding and an Irish funeral? One less drunk. That's a terrible joke.
And Bob Engler, please.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming, and thanks to Kinsey for putting this all together. It's really nice to have that happen. We've been in town now for about 28 years, and during those 28 years we've been involved in lots of different charities, lots of different things, and then people have asked me why in the world would I run for city council. One of the stories that people don't know about us is that about 15 years ago now, my mother and father-in-law, Sue's mom and dad, got sick. We brought them out here and put them into what is now called the Reserve, at those days Castle Hill. First year was great, wonderful, worked out great. Second year, the place was sold. And the rents went from $3,500 a month to $7,000 a month overnight. And nobody could do anything about it. We didn't know what to say, didn't know what to do. So we called the city council and said, what can you do? Can you help us? The city council, and where's Claudia? Claudia is here. Claudia was there. And for us to be able to go to the city council and be heard, to be able to have someone listen and empathize with us, that was an inspiration to me. Claudia and the city council were able to help us, and that's the type of city council person I am. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you also to Kinsey and for all of the Montaganeo for hosting us here. Always love an opportunity to chat with everybody. My name is Thomas Scott Adams. I threw that in there because when I checked with the Secretary of State of California, there are 8 people named Thomas Adams running for different offices. So in order to differentiate myself a little bit, I threw my middle name in there, but you can call me Tom. That's what everybody else calls me. We lived in the San Fernando Valley for 7 years, and after 7 years of darkness, we were delivered from the valley and made it out here to Thousand Oaks, and I have loved it here for 20 years, and one of our concerns is to make sure that Thousand Oaks doesn't come anywhere near the place that we moved from. There's a lot of Los Angeles and San Fernando Valley transplants that moved out here to Thousand Oaks and want to see it maintain its quiet beauty as Thousand Oaks. And I think it's important that we face this as we look the changes to Measure M and some of the things that are being imposed upon us as a city. It's important that we form our own identity and we make Thousand Oaks what we wish it to be. I had an opportunity to speak with Chief Hagel not long ago, and it was a fantastic time. There's one thing I love about Thousand Oaks is, compared to a lot of communities, this is a wonderful, beautifully, sleep well at night. We're a very, very safe place. I'm doing a ride along with the deputies. And my goal is to make a great city greater. We live in a wonderful, wonderful place, but there's always room to make it better, stronger, and interaction with the community is vital. I love going to city council meetings when I see lots and lots of people from all different places entering their comments. And my cards are back there on the back table. All my contact information is on there. Please reach out to me, give me any questions or comments that you may have. I'd love to answer them. Thank you very much for your time. Thomas Scott Adams, running for Thousand Oaks City Council.
My name is Cindy Goldberg, and I am one of 8 people running for the school board in CUSD. Since 2003, I've been involved in our schools as a parent volunteer. Currently, I am the chairperson of the District Advisory Council, which is a parent board, and I am also the executive director of the Conejo Schools Foundation, which is a foundation that supports the students and programs in the Conejo Valley in Climate. That said, I have spent a lot of time helping out and making our schools stronger and better. I build relationships all over with the chamber, the city, the parks, with our administrators, the classified staff, and our kids. And because for me, the entire time I've been in the Conejo, that's the only thing that's mattered, because I moved here for our schools and for our kids. So if you have any questions, I'll be around, because I know I only have a minute, and there's a lot of people who want to talk. So again, my name is Cindy Goldberg, and I hope to earn your trust and your vote.
I'm sorry if I butchered this. Kevin McNamee?
Close
I say it
enough.
right?
Thank you. Good evening all. My name is Dr. Kevin McNamee. Thank you for putting this wonderful event together. I'd like to tell you about this idyllic town that's located on the edge of the Great Prairies. It's in Minnesota on something called Lake Wobegon, where all the women are strong, all the men are good looking, and all the children are above average. It's a place where the neighbors talk with neighbors, and the biggest decision is, do I want to go eat at the Chatterbox Cafe? That is the most idyllic town I've ever heard on a radio show. And Thousand Oaks, 21 years ago when my wife and I moved here, is about as close as I can come to it. It started in 1964 here in Thousand Oaks, where we became a city, and it was the vision of those city founders that bring us to where we are today. We have established our own city standards for building a green belt around, which gives us this wonderful, wonderful way in which we can enjoy the nature and our environment. However, we are under attack from Sacramento and from Washington. They are imposing their will upon the city, telling us how to do our parking, how to handle our building codes, how to do our setbacks, so forth and so on. I'd like to thank those council people, some here today, and some who have all passed on, to say thank you for their wonderful work they've done to bring us to this point right now. I'd like to bring to the table my background as a retired reserve officer with the Los Angeles Police Department, where I experienced law enforcement and the challenges facing us. Public safety is number one, and I hope to bring that forward. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and chiropractic here in Thousand Oaks, as well as a 30-year businessman. I'd like to bring my engineering background, as well as my MBA. So that said, I'm getting the high sign, and I will be the very good politician and step down and let the next speaker come up. Thank you.
And Bill Gorman.
of you. It's so exciting to see you all here because that means you're taking an interest in our civics and the future of our town and our school district. Kinsey, thank you, and Conejo Moms, which leads me to my most important title. I cannot say I'm a mom. That's up to Karen. But my most important title is parent, as many of you. And I've been a parent of 4 students who all graduated CBUSD from kindergarten through high school. But second of all, I was an educator for 38 years, 20 as a teacher, 18 as a school counselor. Things that I'm interested in is social and emotional learning for all of our schools, for all of our students. There was recently an article that said social and emotional learning and ability is the most precious indicator of success, both in school and in life. So I will be pushing for that. I will be pushing for programs. We have a lot of great programs in the Conejo, and they are programs at various schools where there is waiting lists. But my feeling is more professional development to make sure that if we have great programs that we circulate them around the district so we don't have a waiting list. I hope that you will, I'm getting the high sign, I hope that you will support me, and I look forward to talking to you and listening and finding out your concerns for the Conejo Valley School District. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Joel Price. I really like the fact that I get to break this shirt out after 4 years. I've had the pleasure of serving on your council for the last a little over 6 years, and it is true. What I've heard a number of the other candidates say, this is an ideal community. It is a well-run, fiscally conservative community. We have done just wonderful things. One of the things that I also heard just a little bit ago was the attacks from Sacramento. We have a housing crisis, and I know I'm not telling you anything you don't know, and it is incumbent upon cities across the state to continue to build housing units. Now, we are faced with Measure E. We have limits. That is a good law. It was enacted back in 1996 to slow growth. It did just that. In 21 years here in the city of Thousand Oaks, we built 5,200 homes. So the Measure E did exactly what it was intended to do. But Sacramento politicians continue to want to see us grow, as they should. So we're having to make some difficult decisions, and that involves infill projects in the downtown core. This is going to provide much needed, not just market rate housing, but low income units as part of just about any project that comes before us. This council is united, and we stand together in demanding those sorts of affordable housing units be part of any project that comes before us. So this is a great place to live. You know that, preaching to the choir here, and I thank you. Look forward to your vote on November 6th. Thanks.
Thank you, Kenzie, for putting this on. This is great to have everyone in the same room, no matter what side of the aisle we're on. This is a community, and I hope that after the election, that we all can reunite and be a community again. I'm a mom of 6, including 5-year-old triplets, and I'm running for state assembly because we have to stop the bleeding. My 21-year-old daughter told me after she graduates from college she wants to leave the state. I've been talking to a lot of other families who their grandchildren have moved away, their children have moved away because California is simply becoming unaffordable. With the attack on the middle class, like with the gas tax, and but now there wants to be a service tax put in place, we have to stop the bleeding. In order to keep Thousand Oaks the way that it is, we have to do something in Sacramento. We've heard it said that the regulations and the things coming out of Sacramento directly affects us, and we need someone up there that's going to actually fight for the middle class and for us here. Additionally, I have both partisan support. I have Democrats supporting me. I've been endorsed by Bethel A&E. I'm a member of the NAACP. I know how to reach across the aisle. I've sat down with Willie Brown, who, as you know, is very, very on the other side but we all need to work